Hello, everybody. This is Sergeant Salt and Pepper, and welcome back to my Let's Play of the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy Part 2. Real excited to dip back into this game here. Hey, what's going on, Danny? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. I was just reading your post about the hot dogs. That sounds really good. I have to admit, I don't eat hot dogs a lot, but I'm glad that you were able to find some that are really good and you like them. I'm going to have to remember what I'm doing because when you haven't played this since last Sunday, you kind of forget. I just finished filming the record video about the Beatles records before I started streaming, but I knew it was going to take a while to edit and upload, so I'm going to do that later tonight, so it'll probably be up tomorrow. But I can say this, a lot of German pressings of Beatles albums, most of which I've not seen before, so that is amazing. I'm very fortunate that my step grandmother's daughter, apparently she just like knew somebody that had these records, and I guess they didn't want them anymore, so they gave them to her, and she was like, oh well, he likes Beatles records, so I'll give them to him. So the bellboy seems to be out. I'm gonna forget how I did all the voices for this. The sound of water coming from the shower. La-di-da, money making, I got the money making blues. Someone seems to enjoy washing the showers. I got my cereal killer, that's cereal Cereal killer C4 energy drink, which I guess is supposed to taste like Fruit Loops. That seems to be the idea based on the can. It's actually really good. I don't know if it tastes like Fruit Loops, but it does taste like a bunch of different fruity flavors. The screwdriver is still stuck in the drawer. I'd better not touch it. No telling what the bellboy would do to me. Okay, is there anything else? Well, you look at the table. A bottle and 2 glasses rest on the table. I'd better not touch them. No telling what the bellboy would do. Oh, so he's worried about the bellboy. Okay. Nice weather again today. I can see the Fay and Company law offices, of course. A simple bed. It's been recently made. Nothing I can't see here. Okay. Okay. See, I guess we go back to Blue Corp. Oh, there's that guy. Guess we could talk to him. Oh no, we already did talk to him. Okay. Haven't I seen this somewhere? Is this a replica? Ridiculosity. I have no interest in anything but originals. That right there is a bona fide original, worth 5 million for sure. An impressive lineup of trophies. Judges Special Runner-Up, Best Participation. Judges Cooperation Award, Special Good Try Prize. The words judges and special kind of stand out. A statue of a man holding up the world. The Blue Corp sign certainly stands out enough. The model for the man is, of course, Mr. White. Truly a work of art, but probably too beauticious for you to appreciate, correct? I think it's a little too beauticious for just about anyone to appreciate. Let's see, the desk. I'm guessing this is supposed to be a desk. My, this is quite the thing. It is modeled on my body, see? Well, does its sleek Rounditcher not inspire you? Okay, I think that's everything we can look at here. Nothing else to talk to him about. I think we couldn't present anything to him either. Okay, there's nothing more to say. Grossberg Law Offices. Okay, an expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. So we've seen that. Guess we've examined everything in here. All the cases the chief ever worked on are filed here. They're in alphabetical order. Let's take a look. Which files should I look at? Oh, okay. DL6 incidents. So maybe A through I. Let's see if there's a record in this file that catches my eye. A, B, F. Misty Faye. That's Mia and Maya's mother. Should I take a look? Yes. I have tarnished the Faye name, leaving only these words, my mother vanished. I was determined to find the ones who had made my mother blame herself in this way. Using the power that runs in my family, I held an audience with the dead. Finally, the names of two men surfaced. One was Marvin Grossberg, a lawyer who sold my mother's information for riches. The other was the man who sold that information to the press, this parasite who makes his fortune on threats and coercion. His name is... the record stops there. So Mia knew Grossberg. Interesting. Let's look at J through S. Let's see, J through S. Nothing much in here. Maybe I'll just skim some of this. Well, no harm in flipping through a bit, I guess. The biggest parts here at the end in S. Suicide. Ooh. Here's a collection of suicide reports. There's politicians, policemen. There's writing on most of these in pencil. White. This is Mia's handwriting. Wait, I get it. Mia thought he was involved in these suicides. White drove them all to... I could use these newspaper clippings. Let's find the most disturbing one. Newspaper clipping added to the court record. Article about a politician's suicide. The word White is written in pencil at the top. I didn't check T through Z. T, U, I know W. White. The entire W section is missing. Was it taken? Maybe it was. Well, we got a file on Grossberg, so I guess maybe we could try to talk to Grossberg again. We can present... Oh, well, we didn't... I thought we got something with Grossberg on it. I guess we didn't. I found this in Mia's files. So, she was I don't remember the voice I had for this guy. So, she was investigating Red White, as I expected. Well, if you wanted to challenge him, you could present this in court. Not a bad idea. I wonder, can I go back and present that to... Well, aren't you persistent? Sorry, but there's something I have to ask you. Mr. Lawyer, I really hate having to repeat myself, but it seems the message has not yet penetrated your thick skull. Stop bothering me. If you try my patience further, I fear a nasty accident may occur. Do I make myself clear? Transparent. So probably presenting this to him. This is the only clue that Mia left me. I'd better make this one count. Mr. White, see this? It's an article describing the suicide of a politician. He was embezzling secret government funds. Then, one day, word got leaked to the press. The very next day, he took his own life. And this concerns me how? I found this article in Mia's office. Miss Mia? She had a file filled with articles like this. Every one of them was labeled with a single word. White. Mr. White, I know what you did to this politician. You bribed him, you spied on him, you blackmailed him. I think bribes were mentioned. You bribed him. Bribed? What exactly has led you to say this? Gee, that's a good question. I guess I got ahead of myself there. You certainly have an active imagination. Damn it. Oh, maybe that was wrong. Okay. Blackmailed him, maybe? You were blackmailing him. Blackmail? Not just him, either. You were threatening and coercing hundreds of others. There you go. You were involved in all the suicide cases that Mia investigated. This company is built on blackmail. I'm right, aren't I? What a bizarre accusation, Mr. Wrong. What is it that you should be doing now? Investigating me? No, I think not. You should be searching for the one who killed Miss Mia. Beep. Secretary's office, hello. Mr. Wrong will be leaving now. Yes, sir, I'll send someone right away. Wait a second, Mr. White. You're wrong, Mr. White. Excuse me. What I should be doing now is going after you. Just what are you insinuating? Mia was onto you. She was keeping tabs. For this reason, you had April May tapping her phone. Then Mia was murdered and all the documents about you mysteriously disappeared. So the culprit would be... Even a child could work it out, Mr. White. You did it. Secretary's office. We won't be needing an escort for Mr. Wrong. Instead, please connect me to the public prosecutor's office. Of course, sir. One moment, please. White, that you? What are you doing calling me at a time like this? Hello, Chief Prosecutor. I've changed my mind. I want to testify tomorrow. What's this about? The Mia Fey case. I witnessed the murder, you see. And thus, as a very important witness, I would like to testify. What? Why now? I thought you said you didn't want to go to court. Quietude. I told you I changed my mind, didn't I? Oh, and one other thing. Send the police over here right away. The man is standing right in front of me. He looks dazed, but he could be violent. What? What man? Are you even listening? The executioner, the hatchet man, the liquidator, the killer man. What? Mr. White, this isn't another one of those. Chief Prosecutor, I do not believe you are in a position to freely offer your opinions to me, correct? I'm telling you to send the police now. Beep. Did I not tell you, Mr. Wrong? You are a mere lawyer, as was Miss Mia. How dare you? I'll point the finger at you, and you will be tried as Miss Mia's killer. The case is as good as settled. No lawyer of any worth will defend you. I have friends in the local lawyers' association, you see. You'll be given a lawyer so stupendously inept that they make even you look competent. I feel faint. Detective Gumshoe reporting, sir. Ah, Butts, Harry Butts. Wright, actually, Phoenix Wright, and my friend's name is Larry. Oh, right, sorry, pal. Butts was that murderer, right? Detective Gumshoe, I present to you the man who killed Miss Mia Fey. Oh, what? Take this despicable human being into custody. Farewell, Mr. Wrong. September 8th, 3:37 p.m. Detention Center Visitors Room. I can't believe it's only been a day since the first trial. My trial begins tomorrow. White's going to set a trap for me. And the prosecution will be in on it, of course, Edgeworth included. An attorney was assigned to me by the state yesterday. I refused. I had an idea. Right. Mr. Wright. Oh, Maya. Great, they let you out of detention. Just now, yes. It's all thanks to you. Ha! Now I'm afraid we've switched places. What? You mean you? I explained what had happened to Maya. I don't believe it. How many people does that man need to destroy before he's satisfied? My mother, my sister, and now you. This has gone too far. Mr. Wright, please tell me, is there anything I can do? Well... Defend me in court, cheer me on in court, help me break out of here. Well, it's probably either cheer me on in court or help me break out of here. Well, you could cheer for me in court. Cheer for you? You mean like a cheerleader? Huh? Yeah, like that. All right, leave it to me. Huh? I'd better go get a uniform and some pom-poms. Wait. What? I'm kidding, it was a joke. No way. No, really, I was kidding. But thanks, it's good to know you're on my side. And there really isn't anything you can do for me anyway. But I can't just sit here and do nothing. I've got to give that man a piece of my mind. Just a piece? Okay. Then come to the trial tomorrow. Oh, okay, I'll be there. I'll show them a thing or two. So maybe there wasn't really any right answer to that, I guess. Times may change, yet with crime it's the same old story. In fact, it's gotten worse. Lengthy court proceedings are no longer realistic. Beginning a few years ago, a limit of 3 days was put on initial court trials. Almost all finished in a day, most with a guilty verdict. I never thought I would end up in the defense chair myself for this case. With the true culprit appearing as a star witness. This is it. Tomorrow it's me or him. Me or him with his purple hair and his perfect teeth. And I will save my progress. It's about to get heated. I hope I'm ready for this. September 9th, 9:52 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Well, I guess this is it. Yeah. One way or another, this case gets decided today. Ah, Phoenix, look. Prosecutor Edgeworth. I received a call from the Chief Prosecutor's office yesterday. I was told that whatever Mr. Wright says today, it will be the absolute truth. No matter how you try to attack his testimony. If I raise an objection, I have it on good faith that the judge will listen to me. What? Does White have the judge in his pocket too? So, you're saying I'm going to be guilty, end of story. I will do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything. Why? Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this? Innocent? How can we know that? The guilty will always lie to avoid being found out. There's no way to tell who is guilty and who is innocent. All that I can hope to do is get every defendant declared guilty. So I make that my policy. Edgeworth, you've changed. Phoenix, you know him? Don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix, right? Phoenix. Well, court will be starting soon. What? But wait. Your defense attorney isn't even here yet. They're not. I'll be defending myself. What? Okay, let's do this. Yeah, I guess let's do this. September 9th, 10 o'clock a.m. District Court, Courtroom Number 1. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this? Yes, Your Honor. I will be defending myself. Understood. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. As the details of the event are already quite clear to the court, today we will hear the testimony of a witness to the defendant's crime. I see. The prosecution may call its witness. That went far too smoothly. Why didn't the judge ask Edgeworth why his witness didn't testify before? It's like he already knows why. If anyone's going to raise an objection about this, I suppose it's me. Mr. Edgeworth, you owe no explanation to the court. Why didn't this witness testify in the trial against Miss Maya Fey? I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man, and besides, at the time, I thought that Miss May's opinion was all that would be needed. Again, my sincerest apologies to the court. Excellent, Mr. Edgeworth. I appreciate your demeanor. Great. He gets to show off, and I get nowhere. I would like to call Mr. Red White to the stand. Please state your full name. You wish to know the title of my personage? Your name. Yes, that is what I said. Oh dear, do my locutions confuse? Name. These two are great together. My name is Red White, but my friends call me Blanco Nino. I am the CEO, or to use a more common term, the president of Blue Corp. Did you know the victim, Miss Mia Fey? That would be a negatory. No, I did not. You were at the Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder? Correct. And you witnessed the murder from there? Ahem. Why tell you what you already know? Very well, Mr. White. You may begin your testimony. If I can't rip this guy's testimony apart, I'm done for. Why do I always feel like it's the end of the world and I'm the last man standing? Ho ho ho! Gaze upon my rings. I hope you have made peace with God, your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer. Let him have it, Phoenix. Witness testimony. Witness's account. Let's see. It was about 9 o'clock, I believe. I was quietly that's reading to you, some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She, too, was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then it was all over. If things occurred as you testify, then I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant. Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Here we go. So he says it was about 9 o'clock. So the thing I've done since last time that I do remember is that I pressed on every statement just to see what else he would say. And then after that, I would try to determine what evidence I need to present. So how do you know what time it was? Because I am always abso-positively perfect, you know. No, you're not getting away with that. You are so mistrusting, Mr. Lawyer. So, what was the proper term for secretary again? Anyway, Miss May ordered room service for 9 o'clock. It happened soon after the new room service arrived. That's what Miss May said, too. Press further, yes. True, the bellboy who brought the coffee saw Miss May. But he testified that he did not see you at the time. This is your concern? Silly lawyer. Miss May received the coffee outside the room. Of course he could not see me. He would need X-ray vision to pull off something like that. Tell us, what were you doing at that time? No, I was quietly that's reading you some papers by the window. By window, you mean the one directly across from Fay and Company law offices? Correct. That is the only window you see. And there you were reading papers? Correct. The Gatewater is a businessman's hotel, and I am a busy man who had business to do. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. A bedlam? It must have been when you attacked, I assume. We see. Continue. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. So you were reading your papers until you heard that sound? But of course, I am no snoop peeping out of windows at night. No snoop? Yeah, right. You've made a career out of snooping. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Spiky-haired? Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. What you just said directly conflicts with Miss May's testimony. Miss May clearly stated that the assailant looked like a girl. I've always been proud of my eyesight, Mr. Lawyer. Just what is your eyesight? Counting both eyes, 40. 40? Don't add them together. I think the witness is trying to say his eyesight is good. Hey, whose side's the judge on, anyway? And what did you do then? I called Miss May over at once. She too was surprised, of course. What was Miss May doing at that time? She had just finished watching a soap opera on the TV and was weeping openly. Did you know she had been tapping the Fae office phone? Irrelevant. That has nothing to do with the case at hand. I care not. I will answer the lawyer's bold inquiry. Miss May was acting alone when she tapped the phone with this Fae woman. You'd make a good politician, Mr. White. Ho ho, I know. After all, I am El Presidente. Please continue. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Can you be a little more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course. Comprende, I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. You gave chase and struck her down. Are you sure? As you know, I am always abso-positively perfect. Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this new detail. The victim ran to the left and you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then it was all over. Impaction? Don't you just mean impact? Ridiculosity. I think you need to brush up on your language skills. On second thought, perhaps I'd better leave the whole language thing alone. Did Edgeworth prep this guy too, I wonder? Anyway, I'd better find a weakness in there. So he said it was about 9 o'clock. Can we dispute that? I don't think we can dispute that, but wait a minute, I see something already. He says the victim ran to the left. According to the May testimony, the victim dodged an attack, then ran to the right, not the left. Wait right there. Mr. White, you've dug your own grave. What is this? You said the victim ran to the left, but that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. She clearly stated that the victim ran right. Oh ho ho, it is simple. You have misheard her. I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here, and the victim here. If the victim ran to the left as you claim she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd? Well, very strange. I did see her run to the left, I did. Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. True. Maybe he really did see the victim run left. So he did witness the killing. Wait a second. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Miss May says right and Mr. White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court? Maybe both are right. Both witnesses are telling the truth, for once. Ha! I doubt it. Rather, that does not clear up the contradiction. There is one scenario that would explain their conflicting accounts. What? Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel. Oh, shit. Mr. Wright, what do you mean? Yes, what do you mean? He was not viewing the crime from the hotel. If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been? In the law offices of Fay and Company, of course. More specifically, he was standing here. Time to show the court where Mr. White was standing. Okay. What is autoplay? Okay, that does nothing. Okay. This is where he was. Look, when the victim ran for the door, he was watching from this point. If he was watching from this point, to him it would appear that she ran to the left. Please, this is no time for jokes and ill taste. That is where the killer was standing. Yeah, you were right. Order, I will have order. Anyone disturbing the order of this courtroom will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting? Rapscallion. The postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor. Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. Oh, you provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. What now? He's laughing? The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I have been unclear, and for this I apologize. Mr. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more? Very well, let's hear your revised testimony. Good luck. You can't fix a broken testimony, buddy. Okay, here we go. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left, and then you hit her savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. That is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? That does seem to make sense. Will you be cross-examining the witness's testimony? You bet I will. I mean, yes, Your Honor. Okay. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. What do you mean by that? That is what I'm about to explain. You Americans, always so impatient. It does not become you. Hey, buddy, you're an American, too. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left. What do you mean, first? First, that is what comes before what happens next. You do speak English, right? Please, sit back, relax. I will try to use simple words for your benefit. First, she ran to the left, and then you hit her savagely. That is what I saw. I didn't hit anyone. Now, Mr. Wright, there is no point in hiding things from this court. I'm not hiding anything. The prosecution requests that the defense refrain from interrupting the testimony. Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Why is he mad at me? Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. What do you mean, next? Next is what comes after first. I know that. Then that is all you need to know, Mr. Lawyer. As I said, she turned around and made a desperate dash to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. Stop saying it was me. But it was you. Mr. Wright, if you claim that it was not you, then show us proof. Arg. I could do nothing, Wright, nothing. May I continue? That is what Miss May saw. So each of you saw different parts. Absolutely. That's right, of course. Where did he pick up that annoying phrase? Anyway, moving along. You see, you hit her twice. So, you were watching both times? I suppose I was, and please excuse me for not testifying this sooner. What do you think, Phoenix? I think we've got him right where we want him. He slipped. Let him laugh for now. I'll soon wipe that smile off his face. She ran to the left. Then I hit her. With the last of her strength, she ran to the right. Chased her and delivered the final blow. I don't know what this autoplay does. It doesn't do anything. Okay, well, it says he hit her twice, or he's saying I hit her twice. The autopsy report says she was hit once. It says died from a blow from a blunt object. It says a blow. It doesn't say, like, blows. Mr. White, the victim died from a single blow. What do you have to say to that? Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were absolutely perfect? I will refrain from using this phrase from now on. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony. The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break. Yes, quite. The witness is confused because he's lying. I emphatically request that there be no break, Your Honor. Yeah, we want justice. Don't let him get away. Very well. If the witness would care to revise his testimony. The crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this now, White. Mr. White. Oh, okay. The two accounts. Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. Then the next moment, I saw Miss Mia run to the left. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. And then she turned and ran for the door. Then you did her in with a single blow. Thwop. Thwop indeed. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. Mr. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, is hurting. Deal with it. This is almost over. Oh, he's sweating now. I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. You heard that thing fall? What exactly was that thing? Huh? Oh, that? The glass light stand. Right, the one that had fallen over at the scene. Phoenix, doesn't something about that strike you as odd? Yeah, that is odd. I'll press further. Mr. White. Huh? What? You're saying you saw the glass light stand? Yes. Then change your testimony to reflect that. Sorry, my bad. The witness will revise his testimony. Okay, of course. A light stand was lying on the floor when I looked. Then the next moment I saw Miss Mia run to the left. The killer, you attacked her, but she dodged. She turned and ran for the door. Then you did her in with a single blow, thwap. Miss Mia? Mr. White, did you know the victim personally? No, triple no. How would I? How could I? I see nothing odd about the witness knowing the name of the victim. Mr. Wright, I will not have you harrying the witness. You're looking a little flustered, Edgeworth. Now before, you said that she was hit before she ran. Yes, I must have been confused, but don't worry, we all know what happened now. What did you do then? I gave chase, of course. No, not me. The killer, I mean. He gave chase. Mr. White, please try to remain calm. Mr. Wright here is only trying to fluster you with baseless accusations. Oh, all right. Thank you, Miles. Swap? That doesn't sound like the savage attack from your earlier testimony. Oh, yes. Well, I am a man of peace, you see. Phoenix, he's getting a lot less talkative. He's probably afraid I'll catch him on something. But it won't be easy. Okay, well, he says the light stand was lying on the floor, and that's the broken remains of the light stand. I guess we can't dispute that a light stand was broken. Well, wait a minute. Okay, I see the light stand. Okay. And it is broken on the floor, it looks like. And you can see pieces of it where the light from, I guess, the window comes in. So I guess it is possible he could have seen some of that. Ran to the left. Attacked her, but she dodged. Dodged an attack, ran to the right. Ran for the door. Okay, well, it says she ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. He's saying she turned and ran for the door. Nope, I guess that was wrong. Okay, no, that's wrong too. Wait, he didn't see the floor. Wait, a light stand was lying on the floor. Okay, he might have not been able to see it, I guess, from where he was, his position, I guess. Yeah, you were right. Mr. White, it was impossible for you to have seen the glass stand. What? Look at this. These are the floor plans to the scene of the murder, yes? Correct, Your Honor. Now, look. If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you would be able to see. Here. Well, note that the stand is not within the visible area. Okay, well, the stand isn't. There's pieces of the glass, but the actual stand, yeah, you're right. I didn't think about that. Stand was not in the visible area. Well, Mr. White? What do you have to say to that? Ridiculosity. Mr. White, if you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could have not seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There's no way you could have recognized the broken shards as a glass light stand. So, when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell, and the only place you could have seen that from is inside the Fay Law offices. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Yeah. Mr. White? Mr. White. You did it, didn't you? Mr. Your Honor, Miss Mia. Looks like we're about to get our verdict. That's far enough, Phoenix Wright. What? I forgot about Edgeworth. Mr. White, I think the time has come. Shouldn't you confess your crime now, What? I said you should confess your crime. Ergo, confess that you placed the wiretap. The wiretap? Order. Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this. Distinguished members of the court, Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain. I really don't like the way this is headed. As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blue Corps. He ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law offices of Miss Fay. What does that have to do? Your Honor, the question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office, and by who? No, you wouldn't. Mr. White, in order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Fay's office. Am I correct? Correct. You are most correct, Miles. Give me a break. Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached the Fay and Company law offices. That is when I saw that accursed light stand. Now I'm confused. Please explain to the court what all this means, Mr. Edgeworth. Gladly, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand, at the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. Wright would like you to believe that Mr. White was the murderer. I see. However, it is a fact that Mr. White had been to that office well before the murder took place. When he went to place the wiretap, he could have seen the glass light stand then. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright's theory is revealed for the baseless conjecture it is. Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretapping. Leave it to me. I feel faint. So do I, buddy, so do I. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Fay and Company law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand.
So, you saw the stand before the night of the incident, and this is how you were able to identify what had fallen over, by the sound?
Correct, that is right.
I see. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine.
What am I supposed to do now? Good luck, Phoenix. Okay, it's beginning of September, the week before the murder.
Do you have proof?
Miss April May knew the details of Miss Fay's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder.
Right.
Was it really you that went into the office? Or was it Miss May? Unidentified fingerprints, several days old, were found in the Fay and Company law offices. Those were obviously Mr. White's.
And if I know Edgeworth, he's already run a check on those prints.
Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went to the Fay and Company law offices.
Why did you tap Mia's phone?
This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor. Blue Corp is a detective agency of sorts. We have a responsibility to protect client confidentiality.
Why did you notice something as innocuous as a light stand?
The light stand was made entirely out of glass. It was quite stylish, so I guess it made a lasting impression on me. Such a beauticious thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all.
Damn it, there's nothing for me to press him on. Oh well, maybe he's rattled enough that I can bluff something out of him.
What did the phone conversation say? September 5th. Okay, so that was wrong. Beginning of September. He entered the offices, placed the wiretap. Tisk, tisk, I'm afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright. But time has come for you to admit your defeat. You fought honorably.
No more, I can't take this anymore. Mr. Wright, are you giving up?
Wait, I am?
Yes, Your Honor.
I know that voice.
Well, Mia?
Never give up, Phoenix.
Well, Mia.
Oh, and I guess I fainted.
Where am I? The waiting lobby? What happened? Oh, right. I lost the trial. I was hallucinating.
You're finally awake.
God.
Hey, Phoenix. That's no way to greet an old friend. Phoenix, I want you to look at me.
Yeah. Oh, shit. You're Maya?
Didn't you know the Fey women have strong psychic powers? When you accepted your defeat in court, it appears that was enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true powers.
So Maya is channeling you, Mia?
That's right. I am Maya, but I am also Mia. Now I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. Maya never gave up. You can't either. That's what I came here to tell you.
But?
We don't have much time, Phoenix. Now listen. You've already won.
Huh?
You have that receipt in the court record, right?
Oh, yeah, the one you wrote Maya on.
Phoenix. White wrote that, not me.
So what do I do with it?
Look at the front of the receipt.
The front? It's a regular receipt. Looks like it's from a famous department store. Wow, big spender. Item, glass light stand. Date of purchase, September 4th. September 4th?
That's right, Phoenix. I bought that stand the day before I was killed.
Whoa.
Now, what did Mr. White say in his testimony?
It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. He said he saw the stand the week before the murder.
There you go. I think the court is about to reconvene. Go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent. Now you just have to prove it.
Right. So now I have the other side of it, the receipt. September 9th, 1:16 p.m., District Court, Courtroom Number 1. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. Is the defendant, are you all right, Mr. Wright? Yes, sorry, Your Honor. I'm fine now. Then let's start where we left off.
Your Honor, there's nothing to go back to. The cross-examination of Mr. White is finished. All that is required now is for you to pass judgment on the defendant, Phoenix Wright.
Your Honor, please give me one more chance. I promise you, this is the last time I'll ask you. But as Mr. Edgeworth has noted, the trial is more or less finished. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have an opinion on this matter?
I say, let's give Mr. Phoenix Wright his last chance.
Very well. You may begin your cross-examination.
All right, so we know what to do. He says it was beginning of September, the week before the murder. We have the receipt.
Look closely at this. See the word Maya written in blood?
Waha, you're grasping.
I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt.
The other side?
Your Honor, would you tell the court what is written on the other side of that receipt?
Excuse me.
Well, a glass light stand. On the date of purchase, why, that's the day before the murder. You see, Mr. White, when you allegedly entered Fay and Company law offices at the beginning of September, the stand could not have been there.
Oh, he's mad now.
Well, Mr. White, can't get out of this one, can you?
No, it's impossible.
Uh-oh, he's losing it. Well, Your Honor, I understand there must be quite a bit of pressure on you. But I think you'll agree that you can't judge me guilty under these circumstances. Very well. Then that is all for the trial of... Uh-oh.
Not so fast, Phoenix Wright.
Huh? What? No way can he worm his way out of this one. Oh, wait, I forgot. It's Edgeworth.
There is a certain thread of logic to the defendant's claims. However, there is no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. Ergo, I would like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need time to make one more inquiry into this matter.
Another inquiry? This isn't going to be another one of those updated autopsy reports. This guy just makes up evidence as he pleases. This is bad. Mr. White's guilt is obvious. There is no need to prolong this trial any further. Well, Mr. Edgeworth?
If anyone's going to call Mr. White to trial, it would be me, the prosecution. I need a day to ascertain whether these new claims have any basis in factual evidence.
Fast, we've been here for hours, exactly. I see. Objection denied. What? The completion of the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright will be postponed until tomorrow. No, there's no telling what will happen if I can't end this now. Edgeworth is sure to come up with, or just make up something. And after Mia showed up to help me and all.
Mr. Your Honor, may I go home?
Of course. Thank you for your time.
Gah! The witness will stay.
Mia?
Phoenix, read this note out loud.
Mia, what's this? a list of people's names in Mia's handwriting. Your Honor, if I may. You're quite persistent today, Mr. Wright. You bet I am. My life is riding on this one. I have something that I would like to read to the court. The memo Mia had given me was a list of names. Many of them sounded strangely familiar. People in finance, famous celebrities. That's when it happened. Stop. This is the haunt. Please, stop. Make him stop. How did you get that list? Mr. White, admit your guilt right here, right now, or else this list will be released to the press. I confess. I did it. I hit her. I hit Miss Mia with the thinker. Case closed, Your Honor. Well, I see no reason to continue this trial. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. You've done it again. That was quite a spirited defense. Yes, Your Honor. I guess you could say that. If only you knew how spirited it was. Well, this court finds the defense, rather the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright, not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned. Nice. September 9th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Well, I never thought I'd be saying this again, but congratulations, you're lucky I was born a Fae. I'm lucky I had both you and Maya on my side. I'm glad you made it. Thank you, Phoenix. You risked a lot to help me, and Maya. I won't forget as long as I live. As long as you live? My time here's running out. Huh? Maya's powers are still weak. I can't stay here that long. What? No, there's still so much to say. Don't worry. I'm sure we'll meet again. Chief. I'm not the chief anymore. Phoenix, can you come to the office tonight, say 9 o'clock? The office? I'll see you later. Chief. Mia. September 9th, 9:02 p.m., Fay and Company Law Offices. Being here, it's hard not to think about that night. You came. Mia? I was kind of worried you might not. Huh? Of course I came. Well then, I'm pretty hungry. How about a burger? Mia? Well, you should see your face. Mia? What are you talking about? It's me, Maya. Maya? What, did I look like my sister? Looked like you were her. I might be able to use that. Oh, Phoenix, go to the store and buy me lunch, would you? Maya, why are you here? Because of this. See, Mia wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix for me. Take care of, huh? She means the office, this office. Someone has to help with the new Wright and Company law offices, right? And who better but me, Maya Fay, reporting for duty. Wait, no, on second thought, let's make this casual. Yo, Nick, Maya here, ready to get down to business. You don't mind me calling you Nick, do you? It's a great name. Mia said it's what your friend Larry calls you. Nick? You know what this means. We're partners. You know, when I think about it, it is Maya's fault I'm here now. But if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be in jail. Wright and Company law offices. It's got a good ring to it. Yeah. Thanks, Maya. Good luck, Phoenix. I'll always be here, watching. Right, okay, Nick, let's do it. Huh? Do what? Burgers, dummy, burgers. There's a great burger joint just down the street. Come on, time's a wasting. Oh, okay, wait up. The end.
What is it? Oh, Steel Samurai. The pale moon in the sky cries for your blood. The moon, know it is you should gaze upon the moon, for it will be the last moon you will ever see. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. I think when I first played this, I did make it to this case. I don't remember if I got past it or not, though. The warrior's swords gleam and strike in the moonlight. One has fallen, but who? Only the moon knows. Don't miss next week's exciting episode. The Dark Messenger returns. October 14th at 5:31 p.m. Wright and Company Law Offices. That rocked. See you in hell, evil magistrate. Whoa, stop waving that broom around. Oh, Nick, I didn't know you were here. Of course I'm here. What was that surreal show you were watching? What? Nick, you mean you don't know the Steel Samurai? He's only the most popular TV hero for young people. Young? Like how young? 10 years old. And what the heck are you doing getting all excited? Hey, I'm only 17. That's 17, see? I'm a teen, not like you, Nick. Hey, don't talk to me like I'm your grandpa or something. I'm only 24 myself. Then watch it with me. He's really cool, and it's really popular. When they asked grade school kids what they wanted to be, Steel Samurai was number one. I really worry about kids these days. Gramps. Well, the Steel Samurai's over. I guess it's time to close up the office. I guess. Wish we had some clients. A month has passed since my trial. Mia's murder was the talk of the town for some time, but no one paid any attention to the Wright and Company law offices. How am I going to pay the rent this month? It'll be okay. I'm sure some big client is just around the corner. October 16th, 8:14 a.m. Phoenix Wright's bedroom. Hello, this is Phoenix. Nick. Maya, what? It's still early. It's the Steel Samurai. The Steel Samurai got arrested. Huh? You mean the guy on that show? Yes. They're saying that the Steel Samurai killed a villain. Isn't that what he's supposed to do? Yeah, on TV. Yeah, on TV. No, I mean he actually did it in real life. He skewered a villain with his samurai spear. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Just come to the office, quick, please, Nick. October 16th, 9:22 a.m. Wright and Company law offices. Maya's here, watching television. Now for the morning news. The actor Will Powers was arrested yesterday. Powers plays the lead role in the popular kids show The Steel Samurai, Warrior of Neo-Old Tokyo. He was arrested on suspicion of murder. The victim was Jack Hammer, who plays the villain known as the Evil Magistrate. His body was found still inside the Evil Magistrate costume. A samurai spear was also found stuck through the body. Police believe this was the murder weapon and are investigating further. This has to be a joke. No, it's a nightmare. The Steel Samurai is over. The world is over. Yes, Wright and Company law offices. What? Nick? It's the Steel Samurai. What? Yes, of course. We'll be right there. Let's go, Nick. Go? Go where? They have the Steel Samurai down in detention. So what? So I've decided this will be our first case. It's a nice day outside. The hotel across the way is always full these days. There's the bellboy happily cleaning the room. Mia's favorite potted plant. Maya's been watering so much lately it looks a little swollen. She's either trying to make it grow or she's perfecting her water torture technique. A poster of an old movie. Yeah, I think we saw all this.
All the legal books, so we should go to the detention center. Wait. Well, what should we do?
What should we do? How can you just sit there like that? We have to get down to the detention center and meet the Steel Samurai.
Does she want to investigate this case, or do you just do some sightseeing, I wonder? My money's on sightseeing.
We don't have enough information to make a case yet.
Just admit you don't have a clue what happened.
No, we just don't have enough information.
All right, to the detention center. October 16th, detention center, visitor's room. Oh, wow. What's wrong, Maya? It's him in the flesh.
Is that guy really him?
What do you mean, that guy? Of course it's him. Will Powers, our client, that's him.
Maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but he definitely did it. Murder at least once, maybe twice.
Whoa, 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 what are you saying? Okay, I guess I gotta figure out, I don't know, what voice. On this guy, I don't know.
Yes?
Something wrong?
No.
This is just getting off to a great start. I know. You're disappointed, aren't you?
You're disappointed? Oh no.
No, it's okay. This is the real me. When I got the part of the Steel Samurai with that mask, I decided I would never show my face in public until the job was over. It's the kids, you know. I didn't want to wreck their dreams.
Oh.
I guess it didn't matter. So much for dreams. I wonder what they think of the Steel Samurai now. Mwah.
Nick.
What?
He's a good guy. I mean, he's good.
Yeah.
He didn't do it.
Maybe you could start by telling us what happened. Yes, of course. It seems like it was only yesterday. Actually, it was only yesterday. The cast had come down to Global Studios for a run-through. We went through a few action sequences at 10 that morning. There was a rehearsal scheduled for 5 in the afternoon, but when 5 came around and the staff gathered at the studio, the evil magistrate was found lying in a crumpled heap near the set. They took off his mask and discovered that it was Jack Hammer, dead. He had been expertly skewered with a samurai spear. The samurai spear? Yes, it's a long spear that the Steel Samurai uses as a weapon. Maybe you could explain to me just what the Steel Samurai is.
Nick, how could you say such a thing? I'm sorry, sir. I apologize for my partner. He's new to this and a bit out of touch with the world.
Hey, who's new to this? No, it's all right, really. The Steel Samurai is the lead character in a popular kids show. He walks the streets of Neo Tokyo, fighting battle after battle against the evil magistrate and his minions. Of course, he never really defeats the evil magistrate. Although, I guess he did defeat him this time. Mwah. I see. Neo Tokyo, who comes up with these names? Now, where were you on the day of the murder? Well, that morning I came to the studios at 9. We worked through some action scenes until noon. Rehearsal was to begin at 5, but I was a little tired. So after lunch, I took a nap in my dressing room. When I woke up, it was after 5. I was late for the rehearsal. I hurried to the studio and found everyone looking shocked. They arrested me on the spot and brought me here. Excuse me. So he was sleeping the entire afternoon of the murder. Some action hero. What will the kids think? I think I should probably check out the scene of the murder. Right, Global Studios. I'll draw you a map.
Wow, Nick, let's go.
I'm willing to bet $10 she asked for autographs. Just want to make sure there's nothing else to examine in there.
Now we'll go to the studio. October 16th, Global Studios main gate. Wow, so this is where they make the Steel Samurai show. Awesome, aren't you excited? Her name is Old Bag. I like that. Yeah, she is an old bag. I don't know. Let me see. Can I do an old woman voice? Probably not well, but hey, you there. You want in? Oh, wow, that's terrible. You gotta go through me. Oh, sorry. We're lawyers. Oh yeah. No, I can't. Well, I can't even. Oh yeah. Well, that's shit. Well, that's great. I'm security. I don't know. I can't. And it's my job to make sure that gawkers like you stay out. Gawkers. Gawkers, sightseers, tourists. I know the type. You heard about the incident. You came to snoop around. Youths today. Something horrible happens and oh wow, I can't wow. I can't even read that fast. Oh, she's just ranting about like, oh, back in my day, you know. Nick, will I grow up to be like her? Please say no.
I don't know. It's possible.
Yeah, hey, listen when you're being spoken to. Youths today. I don't like the look on her face.
The computer that runs the studio security cameras.
Hey, no touching.
An overhead map of the studios. Right from here is the employee area. To the left are the actual film studios. The main entrance to the studio. There was a big scene here yesterday with onlookers pressing up against the gate. Looks like a studio van. They probably use it to carry around film equipment.
Yeah, I can not do an old person voice, apparently. Which you think would be strange considering I have been around old people more than a few times in my life.
The security guard station. That security lady must like junk food. There's a mountain of it on the desk in there. I can see the computer that runs the security cameras.
But I'm not allowed to touch because she gets upset.
So, what do you do here at the studios?
At Global Studios, we make children's dreams come true. In fact, in my younger days... No, you were a star? Only a little twinkle between the stars here, I'm afraid, dearie. Wow. This place has really gone downhill, you know. But 10 years ago, now, that was a studio of dreams. Hammer was a big star back then, too, he was.
Hammer?
The victim, dummy. The evil magistrate. He's been reduced to playing villains now. Not exactly the best material to work with.
Well, see, here's the thing. I can kind of do like an old man, but to do an old woman, that's kind of hard. So, obviously, that's going to be one voice. It's going to sound pretty off, I guess. Can you tell me about Mr. Will Powers?
He's not a bad kid, but don't be fooled by his mask. You wouldn't want him on the silver screen without it, believe me. Little old ladies watching would lose their lunch. That's probably why he thought the Steel Samurai was his big chance. No one thought he was capable of doing what he did to poor Jack Hammer. We don't know for certain that Will Powers is guilty. Powers, of course he's guilty. How do I know? I know everything. That's my job.
You know, I have to be honest. This is... yeah, that's exactly what I meant when I said that. I gotta be honest. I actually had an aunt who kind of looked like this. She had kind of like the same hairstyle and everything, and she wore a lot of makeup. The only difference is she wore glasses, and she's not wearing glasses. But yeah, I did. My grandmother's sister, yeah, she kind of looked like that, actually. What kind of a person was Jack Hammer?
What kind of person? Oh, if you only knew, Jack Hammer will live on in many hearts as the ultimate action hero. He was simply dashing in the Dynamite Samurai series.
Should I have heard of that?
But there was an accident during filming 5 years ago. He got an unlucky break after that, reduced to playing the villain on a children's program. What's more, I heard they were paying him peanuts is enough to make you cry.
Why are you so certain Mr. Powers is the killer?
I was standing right here yesterday, I was. I was here from 1 in the afternoon to 5 when they found the body. Now the studio where the murder took place is to the left there, so if you want to go to the studio, you have to pass by me. Only one person went by here between 1 and 2:30 when the murder took place.
And that person was Mr. Powers?
Yes, I saw him.
But Mr. Powers says he was sleeping in his dressing room.
Oh, I'm sure he would say that. He's no fool. But he was the only one that walked by. He's the killer. You can bet your biscuits on it. Isn't it about time for you to be heading home? There's nothing to see here. Move along.
Actually, we're here at Mr. Powers' request.
I thought you were suspicious looking. Show me a letter of request, and maybe I'll just let you in. This lady here thinks she owns this place, obviously.
So I have to get a letter of request. I guess I would get one back to the detention center.
Hello, how was the studio?
You know, with him, I think I'm doing not full on, but I think I'm kind of trying to do a little bit of like a Fred Flintstone, kind of like,
they all think I did it, don't they?
I wasn't intentional. I don't know. That's just kind of the voice when it just, that came out of me, I guess.
No, not at all. Isn't that right, Nick?
Right, not at all. At worst, you're a suspect. Mr. Powers, you aren't hiding anything from me, are you? Well, what? No, I'd never do that. Earlier, you said that you were sleeping in your dressing room after lunch. Yes, like a baby. But the security lady says she saw you that day. She says she saw you heading towards the scene of the crime. Well, what? That's not possible. I really don't know what to say. I was sleeping, I promise. Mr. Powers, if you want me to help you, you have to tell me the truth. I'm new to this lawyer business, and I need every advantage I can get. I know, I'm sorry. But I swear to you, on my mama's grave, I was sleeping. Maybe the security lady only thought she saw me. What did she see? He doesn't seem to be lying. About the security guard at the main gate at the studio. Oh, the security lady?
She's terrible. She called me suspicious looking.
Yes, actually, she said the same thing to me before. Take off that mask were her words, I believe. She sucks up to all the big wigs at the studio. But let her see you stumble once and she'll never let up on you.
Grr, she's got some nerve.
Do you think you could write, no wait, that's Phoenix, sorry. Do you think you could write up a letter formally requesting my representation? Of course. Document reproving Will Powers' request for an attorney. I just hope this will get me past that security lady. Yep, there she is.
I swear that really, that really does look like my late aunt without the glasses. Although she was a lot nicer than that lady was. Here we go.
Ma'am, have a look at this. It's a letter of request from Mr. Powers.
Yes, I recognize the bold, childish scrawl.
Powers' request given to the security lady.
You'd think he would entrust his fate to use of such unreliable appearance. Really?
Really?
Anyway, you may pass, but only left from here towards the studios. No going to the right, that's the employee area. No one allowed inside, pal, were my instructions. The good detective told me himself. Hey, Nick.
Huh?
There were maps in the security guard station.
Hey, not bad. Oh shit, I don't like that face.
Those are 50 cents apiece, thank you. Well, time to go, Nick. 50 cents.
Guide map to Global Studios. Okay, nothing else to say. I guess we can go. Outside Studio 1. October 16th, Studio 1 entrance. Oh, it's Gumshoe. Hey, aren't you that murderer from the other day?
It's that confused detective.
Hey, pal, you know Prosecutor Edgeworth is all upset and it's your fault. I saw him sipping tea and staring gloomily out the window. So?
Hey, if he's depressed, it's all your fault for doing sloppy detective work. Detective?
I think you hurt his feelings.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Well, I think his feelings are easily hurt. You're right, pal. It's all my fault. I could blame other people all I want, but I know the truth in my heart.
Hey, don't take it so hard. There's always the next case.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Hey, what exactly are you two doing here?
Well, we're on this case too, pal.
Huh? Hey, you can't just go around saying pal like that. That's my endearing character trait.
I'd say he's a character, all right.
So, how's your investigation going, Detective? Well, Hey, I can't tell you that, pal.
Nick, maybe you need to be a little more indirect with your questions.
Right, so Detective, mind if I take a look at what you got? What I got? The autopsy report, the latest version, if you please. Right. Sorry about what happened last time, pal. Jack's autopsy report. Time of death, October 15th at 2:30 p.m. Cause, pierced through the chest by a spear. Why was Mr. Powers arrested? Simple, pal. The murder took place right over there in Studio 1. Now, the victim in Studio 1 at approximately 1 p.m. At that time, there was no one other than the victim in the studio. According to the autopsy report, the time of death was 2:30 p.m. Only one person went to the studio between 1 and 2:30, and that person was none other than Will Powers. No one else, pal. If you think I'm lying, ask the security lady at the main gate. You know, the one that the guy can't do a very good imitation of.
Nick, if that's true, anyone would think that Powers did it with that kind of evidence.
Thanks for cheering me up. About the security lady. Oh, that sweet old lady, what a charmer. Huh? Are we talking about the same person? When I showed her my badge, she gave me a donut and some coffee.
Remember what Powers said. She's a sucker for authority.
Oh, I bet she's a sucker for something, all right. She even gave me a piece of valuable evidence.
What?
What kind of evidence? Well, that photo. The photo of a steel samurai heading toward the scene of the crime.
What? Who took that?
See the camera up on that gate, pal?
The gate? You mean the one with the welcome sign?
Yeah, whenever someone walks by, that camera automatically snaps a photo of them.
Oh no. Nick, he has evidence. We're finished.
Funny, for someone with hard proof, he doesn't look too happy. What's wrong, pal? You seem down. Don't look so happy when you say that.
No, ho, ho, ho. We'd like to ask the employees here some questions. Sure thing, pal. Go wherever you like. Of course, you're not going to find any clues I haven't already found.
I'm glad somewhere around there seems to be enjoying themselves.
Nick, let's go. We've got a free pass to the place. Now's our chance to check things out.
Okay, what can we look at? Well, there's a camera. Hey, there's a camera here.
That's the security camera. It takes photos of people going to the studio. All you have to do is look at the data and you can see who went where.
There's a number plate on the camera. ST1-307. That must be the camera ID number. I'm a little bushed. Maybe I'll take a short rest here.
Hey, good idea, pal. Detective, aren't you on the case? Well, yeah, but... Hey, us detectives get tired of standing around too, pal.
What is this thing? The studio mascot. I guess it's a monkey? That's supposed to be a monkey? What kind of monkey has a nose like that? He's holding a sign in his hand. Right to Studio 1, left to Studio 2.
What's up with that thing? It looks kind of busted. Oh, the wind was pretty strong yesterday and the head broke off. It took that tree down with it too.
Yeah, that does not look like a monkey. The entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body.
Let's go in and check it out, Nick. Hey, it's locked.
Looks like you need a card key to get in. It makes sense that they would want to keep the non-employees out. And I'm guessing that old woman probably has the key. Okay, we've talked to him. So we have to go back to the main gate.
Nick, look. That security lady's in the guard station stuffing her face with donuts. I guess all cops like their donuts.
Yeah, and they're soft enough she doesn't need teeth to chew them.
Hey, you. Well, are you satisfied Paris is guilty yet?
Irk. She had to make my life harder by giving the photo to Detective Gumshoe.
She kind of looks either like my aunt or like B. Arthur from the Golden Girls. You're a fool, Joe, a fool. You'll never make it. Why don't you just give up right now?
Why didn't you tell us about the security photo, ma'am?
Oh, that? I just thought it would be more thrilling to talk with the detective himself. These things are important, you know. Oh, just to the left here is the gate with the camera that took that photo. It's my job to check the photos every day, you see.
Or I could do like a, actually, I don't know if I get my voice up that high.
Yeah, you're a fool, Joe, a fool. He's like, that's not how it happened.
I could do like a, this guard station is in a central position. No matter where you go here, you pass by my station first. See that? Wow. That's hard to do. I can't get my voice up that high. Now, poor Hammer, he went to the studio just before 1. The murder happened right around 2:30, see? The only one I seen go through here between 1 and 2:30 was Powers himself. The security camera got a good look at him, too. If he's not the one who did it, I don't know who is. Maybe it was you? Yeah, good one, Sonny. She thinks I was joking.
I like that episode a lot. When Joe gets in the special people's games or whatever. And Peter's like in the crowd and he's like, there's someone I'd like to thank that really helped me along or whatever. And he's like, Griffin,
comedian Eddie Griffin. Oh, your comedy, I love your comedy or whatever. And then he's like, and Peter Yarrow from Peter, Paul, and Mary. But seriously though, there's one guy I really have to thank, Chef Paul Perdone. Get your Cajun ass up here. Wow, I didn't even do anything. Was the victim, Mr. Hammer, a popular actor? Oh, he was the biggest star in the studio. Was, past tense.
Oh, yes, he was great as the bearded samurai.
That too, yes. He's shown the brightest back in the day. Making a star like him play the evil magistrate, it's a disgrace, I tell you. Hammer took it pretty bad and hard, and who can blame him? About the security camera. Oh, yes, the camera. It's automatic. It can tell when someone walks through that gate, see? It snaps a photo. Apparently, it records the time when it takes a picture, too. But I don't bother myself with those details. I just view all the photos on the computer over in the security guard station. I check them every day before going home, I do. My voice has changed a lot as I've gotten older. It's gotten deeper, because I always kind of had a deep voice anyway, so it's kind of hard to do like a higher pitched type voice. I think I examined everything. Where else can I go? Oh, I can go in the employee area. Okay, cool. October 16th, Global Studios employee area.
Nick, this is where they do all the behind-the-scenes stuff. Hey, look, there's Powers' dressing room. No one's here this soon after the murder, I guess. Let's take a look around.
A window into the dressing room. The glass is frosted, so I can't see inside. There's a sign by the dressing room door. Will Powers. It must be neat to be the star and have your own room like this. The door to the dressing room. It's not locked.
Hey, Nick, let's take a look inside. Maybe we can find something as a souvenir.
What do you mean, find?
You never know. There might be something like the samurai spear.
We don't need a spear. And that's the murder weapon, for crying out loud. I saw on Facebook recently, I mean, this has nothing to do with this, but it's just something I saw recently. But, they've been having a lot of cons lately for, I guess, like movies and TV shows and different things like that. And I don't know, maybe you saw this, I don't know, but they had one of the cons. They had Christopher Lambert, who was in Highlander. He was the main guy in Highlander, and he was also Raiden in the first Mortal Kombat movie, the original one. But he was at a con recently. He was supposed to be there for 2 days doing a signing and taking pictures. And the first day he was there, apparently he passed out like during the convention, and they had to take him back to his hotel room, and nobody knew what was going on. And then they found out later that I guess he had problems like with his blood sugar. It was really low, so he just passed out. And they told everybody, like, this was on a Saturday, and they told everybody, like, well, Sunday he'll be back to do the signing. And then of course on Sunday they were like, well, actually no, he had to cancel. And it's like, well, yeah, I'm sure he had to cancel because he's probably still recovering from the day before. But there were people there
that were like, yeah, I saw him and he was breathing weird and I didn't know what was going on, but he didn't look well. And so I thought, yeah, that's not good. But I've actually, believe it or not, I've never seen Highlander, but I know him as Raiden from the original Mortal Kombat movie. And then when they did the second one, Annihilation, they replaced him. Well, he didn't, I guess, want to come back or something, so they replaced him with a different actor. But anyway, off topic. But let's see, cola, candy, chips, gum. Huh? It's so normal. I was expecting some cool theme snacks or something. Popcorn, at least.
Wait, look, samurai soda. Nick, try this.
Ladies first. Okay, we looked at all that. Oh, it's okay. Wait a minute. I can look at this. That must be the storage room. That's where they keep all the film equipment.
Wow, Nick, you know a lot about the industry.
What else would they keep in the film studio? The remains of yesterday's lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone on one of the plates, minus the steak.
T-bone steak. That would have hit the spot.
You just had a burger.
Yeah, but I have a second stomach just for steaks.
What? You know, that enchilada I had for dinner, that was really good. Whenever I go to the Mexican restaurant, I always order the same thing. Usually I get the nachos, the seafood nachos, but the enchilada they had was like a new thing on the menu. I was like, I'll give that, I'll try something different. It's actually really good. I enjoyed that. The metal grate on the drain here has been taken off. That's a pretty big drain. A kid could fit through there, I bet.
Yeah, if you snuck in that way, you wouldn't have to pay at the gate.
Well, if you want to leave it that way, be my guest.
Right. Huh? Hey, I'm not a kid.
The grate that used to cover the drain, it's a little bent. I don't think it would fit if I tried to put it back on. There's a half-finished backdrop for a stage here. Looks like a castle. Probably Neo Old Tokyo Castle. Looks like one of those electric-powered bicycles. I don't know about these. I mean, what's the point?
It makes it a lot easier to go up hills.
Don't people cycle to get exercise? I actually thought about getting an electric bicycle at one point, but the issue is that I live in an apartment building upstairs, so it would be carrying it up the stairs or down the stairs, and I wouldn't have a place to put it downstairs, like to chain it up or anything. So I didn't bother. I guess that's everything in this area. Okay. Go back to the dressing room, I guess. October 16th, Global Studios dressing room. Power's dressing room. So this is where he was sleeping. Or at least this is where he claims he was sleeping.
No one actually saw him taking a nap here, did they?
Right, there's a picture of him near the crime scene. I hope he's telling the truth, for his sake. There's a bunch of snacks on the table. They must give these to the employees. Some tea and cookies.
Nick, I'm hungry.
You just had a burger.
Yeah, but I have a separate stomach for sweets.
How many stomachs does this girl have? There's some regular suits in among the costumes here. Those must be his own clothes.
It'd be fun to wear one of the costumes.
I'd say you were already wearing one myself. They always have mirrors like this in dressing rooms. I see my hair is still nice and spiky, just how I like it. There's a vast array of cosmetics here.
Ooh, this is the wiggy used in Samurai Boogie Woogie. Nick, try this on.
No.
And how can you tell the name of the show just by looking at a wig?
I, kind of like samurai movies.
Kinda.
This must be Powers' bag.
Hey, don't open that.
Look,
An employee card key. That must be Powers. It says Studio 1.
let's take it, Nick.
Borrow it. You mean borrow. Card key for studio employees. Grants entry in Studio 1.
I wonder what else is inside Powers' bag.
Stop that. My partner, the thief in training. Looks like someone was sleeping here. Maybe Powers did take a nap here yesterday. It's locked. Looks like he doesn't open his window much. I guess it is kind of dusty outside. Go back to the employee area, and I guess we go to the main gate. Entrance Studio 1. This is the studio where they found his body. Let's go in and check it out. I wonder if this card key we borrowed from the dressing room will work. It opened.
All right, we're in.
She's way too happy for someone visiting a crime scene. All right, go inside the studio here. October 16th, Studio 1. What is it? You're real quiet all of a sudden.
Doesn't it give you the shivers, Nick? That white tape, it's so real.
Well, the evil magistrate did die here, and the still samurai killed him. The murder weapon was the samurai spear. Sounds pretty real to me. Looks like a backdrop for a stage. This must be used in the Still Samurai show.
Of course, that's the mountain Neo Fujiyama.
Doesn't the Still Samurai take place in Old Tokyo? Can you even see Mount Fuji from there?
Not Old Tokyo, Nick. Neo Old Tokyo.
Oh, right.
Wow, look at that camera. That must cost a ton.
Yeah, so don't touch it.
Whoa, it's heavier than I thought.
Hey, you, no touching that. Is that... Oh, no, it's... Okay. Sorry, my partner is kind of,
You know, no, I don't know.
Who are you?
Who, me? I'm an assistant here. I help with props and stuff, moving them around, ordering new ones, etc. We're lawyers representing Mr. Will Powers. Oh, you're WP's people. WP. Oh, Will Powers, WP. I get it. I don't envy you guys one bit, but do what you can for WP, okay? He never hurt a fly. He has to be innocent. Don't worry, leave it to us.
Could you tell me anything about the day of the murder?
Yes, I was in the studio the whole day. I was the only assistant on staff that day, you see. Only one assistant. Yes, well, the studios isn't doing so well right now. And yesterday was only rehearsal for our action sequences. Oh, I see. In the morning, we went through the action sequences in the employee area. WP and Hammer were there along with everyone else.
The employee area. That's where Powers' dressing room is, right?
Yes, that's the place. After eating lunch there, Mr. Hammer went to Studio 1. Then I saw WP go into his dressing room. But I didn't see either of them after that.
Did you know that Mr. Powers was sleeping in his room?
No, I wouldn't go in there unless I had some urgent message for him. I mean, it's his private. What kind of a girl do you think I am?
What kind? No, I'm sure you're a fine girl. Sorry. So much for getting a confirmation of Powers' alibi.
What do we do, Nick? We haven't found anything. If WP was the only one who came to the studio, then he has to be the killer. They even have a photograph. Sorry, I know you're busy.
Not really.
Actually, there's been something bothering me. Aha. That's what I'm talking about. A clue, a lead. Well, I don't know about that, but that day, just after noon, I sensed someone was here.
You sensed?
Yes, several times.
Some other studio employees, maybe.
No, I don't think so. The only thing we had scheduled was an action scene run-through. I was the only assistant here that day. I have a feeling it was someone from outside.
Really?
But wait, if someone had come in here, wouldn't that security lady have noticed them?
Yeah, you're right.
I'm sorry I don't have any better information than that. No, thanks, that helps us a lot. Anything helps. Let's go put that security lady on the spot.
So you sensed that someone other than regular film crew was in the studio?
Yes, I think.
I think doesn't cut it in a witness testimony.
Nick, what about that security lady? If someone else came in the studio, she must have seen them.
We didn't finish looking at everything in here.
Look, a ladder.
That's a step ladder.
So, what's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick.
Right, sorry. This girl is out there. They outlined where Jack Hammer's body lay with tape. His body was found still inside the evil magistrate costume. I guess that's why the head part looks like a helmet. Funny, I expected a spear stabbing would leave at least a few bloodstains. I guess the costume must have absorbed most of it.
Hey, look, that's the chair the director sits in. I've always wanted to sit in one of those. Hey, Nick, take a look at that. One of those black and white boards they clap at the start of filming. And look, a megaphone, a real live megaphone. Ready, Nick? Action.
This girl was more troubled than I thought.
What's this?
That's for reflecting light. They call it a reflecting screen or something like that. The assistant holds it during filming.
Huh.
What? Where's your enthusiasm for all things entertainment?
Well, lighting is fine, but I'd want to be the director or maybe the still samurai.
I think she's being serious.
Okay, I think that's everything. We talked to her. October 16th, Global Studios, main gate.
What? You're still here? Really? You look as though you've seen a ghost. What? I saw that suspicious look on your face.
I wanted to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1 p.m., correct? And the estimated time of Hammer's death was 2:30. Are you sure that Powers was the only one to go through here between those times?
Sure as can be.
But we have a witness who thinks there was someone from outside here that day.
What?
Are you absolutely sure you were here watching the whole time? Ma'am?
Who was it? Who told you that? Who dares question me? Eek. All right, you better tell me and quick, you spiky-haired cretin. Someone's been complaining about the work I do, eh?
We were just talking to the assistant in Studio One.
Her? She's not even a full-time employee. All you youngins are like that nowadays, running your
Oh boy, she's going off again. She left.
Well, Nick, this is our chance to do what we can without her looking over our shoulders.
Oh, excuse me. The computer that runs the studio security cameras.
Nick, maybe we can see that photo of Paris with this computer.
Yeah, maybe. Should I try the computer? Okay, let's give it a try.
You know how to work these things, Nick?
Looks like I just have to enter in a few numbers. Let's see. First, I need the day of the murder. Looks like the camera turned on at 1 p.m. that day. 1 o'clock. That was when the security lady arrived at the guard station. Oh shit, what was the number? I think it was ST1-370. There, entered.
Nothing happened.
Huh? Maybe I got the number wrong. Oh, it must have been the second one. Yeah, I think it was 307.
Hey, print out the data for that day.
Let's see what we got. Huh?
How is this a picture of Will Powers?
Well, he is the one that always wears that suit. I guess that's why the security lady thought it was him.
I don't imagine the detective was very happy with this photo as evidence. Something's printed on the back.
Huh? October 5th, or October 15th, 2 o'clock p.m., photo number 2.
What does that mean?
Maybe there's more photo data from that day.
Nope, that's the only one in the computer.
Powers is photo. Taken at the gate between the entrance and the studios. October 15th, 2 o'clock p.m., photo number 2.
Hey, Nick. Can't we use this photo as evidence for the trial?
Yeah,
We'll put that security lady in her place with this.
right. We'll put her in her place.
Hey, that's what I said. Anyway, let's show her this photo and see what she says.
Wait, let's not.
Why not?
It's never a good idea to reveal your hand to the enemy too soon.
Nick, you're craftier than I gave you credit for. Why, you could be the next evil magistrate.
Hey, why do I have to be the villain?
Relax, it was just a joke. So are we done for today?
I think this photo is what we needed for the trial. Still, it'd be better if we had some idea who the real killer was. Maybe it really is that security lady.
To be continued. Now I can take a minute to drink more of my energy drink, which is quite good. I think, I might be wrong, but I think the first time I played this, I might have gotten past this case. I'm not sure, though, because it's been a long time. Well, wait a minute. We're on episode 3. The first save says episode 5, so I guess I did get past this. I just don't remember it very well, because that was in 2022, so of course I don't remember it very well. I can't believe it's been that long since I played this. Yo, what's going on, Duster? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. October 18th, 10 o'clock a.m., District Court, courtroom number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Global Studios.
It's impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well. I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. Very well. I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court.
Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio, see? This here's the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here.
Oh, yeah. Well, I hope that all goes well for you, getting the carpet replaced and everything.
This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works there at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station is a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now jump ahead later to that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was canceled. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again?
Shall I listen to that whole thing again? I think I could probably remember that. So the murder weapon was a spear. How medieval. Samurai spear added to the court record.
Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question, and that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see?
Understood.
Let's call this security officer to the stand. Will the witness declare her name?
Well, okay.
My, aren't you a handsome fellow?
I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Your name, please.
Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma.
Your name, please.
Seems Edgeworth to have a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names.
Wendy Oldbag, dearie.
Oh, sir, wow, so her name really is Oldbag. I thought it was like a nickname or something.
Oh boy, now she's going off again.
I object to the witness's talkativeness. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand.
I was just getting to the good part, dearie.
Perhaps we can get to the testimony.
Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the date of the murder, correct?
Yes, see, I was.
And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you.
You know your stuff, dearie.
You may begin your testimony.
Oh, yeah. I've never had to replace carpet, so I guess I wouldn't know.
On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through there since the morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 o'clock when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading towards the studio.
You saw the defendant, then? Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor.
So as usual, we press on all of the testimony and then we decide what we should present.
So up until that time, anyone who wanted to could go into the studio?
Well, there wasn't a security guard at the gate, no, but the main gate was locked, dearie. You need an employee card key to get in.
Right, the card key that I have. So what she's saying is no one who wasn't supposed to be there could get in.
Was there anyone at the studios when you arrived at the guard station? Poor old Hammer and the rest have been doing a run-through there since the morning.
A run-through?
They were working out a scene between the Steel Samurai and the evil magistrate. They got the basics figured out by noon and were to use the afternoon for practice. Rehearsal was supposed to start at 5. That's why poor old Hammer went to Studio 1 in the afternoon.
So Powers was in his dressing room sleeping when he was supposed to be practicing. Talk about a laid-back hero.
If there was a run-through in the morning, why did you only get there afternoon? She had errands to run.
What kind of errands?
Oh, well, you know.
Answer the question.
Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers, observing, you know.
Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station?
Whippersnapper, I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job.
I'm not sure your boss would see it that way.
Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs, always. Never missed one in all my years. Wow, I want to see Steel Samurai run-through too.
You could quit being the spirit medium and take up guard duty.
Not a bad idea.
It's 1 o'clock when she got to the guard station. Did you see the victim then?
Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station.
Tell us what happened next.
She was the main gate from then till 5.
So you were watching there the whole time? No breaks, not even a second?
Of course, I'm a professional, you know. Or are you criticizing how I do my job, whippersnapper?
No, it's just after seeing you eating those donuts in the guard station yesterday.
I can watch the gate and eat donuts at the same time. Snipper-wapper. Snipper-wapper? Old Windbag is losing it, Nick. Why don't you raise an objection?
Now I'm getting the voices all mixed up. So the witness was on duty through the afternoon, the whole time. Very well. What did you see? How did you know that?
Oh, I have my ways, that overdressed young detective told me. I fed him some donuts and he talked and talked. If you ask me, that detective isn't cut out for his job.
Poor Detective Gumshoe getting ran out by a security guard.
Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m.
2, you're sure?
Sure as spit.
Well, who was the man?
Really, you should try not to get so excited at your age. You might strain something. Now, don't get your skivvies all in a bunch. I'll tell you who it was. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading towards the studio.
So, you saw Mr. Powers?
That's what I said. Got wax in your ears, Sonny? Nick, this is your chance.
Yeah, time to pull out the secret weapon.
I'll say it again. It was him. Okay, so let's look at what we have. We have the autopsy reports, guide map, card key. We have the photo. She says it was Powers, but it's a man in a suit, so she couldn't be sure that it was Powers. Hey, what's going on, Coach? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Sorry I missed your stream, but I was starting around the time I think you were on.
but I hope it went well.
Let me get this straight, old bag, or Mrs. Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct?
Oh,
But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo-Old Tokyo. Miss Oldbag, is this the Mr. Powers that you saw?
of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, Sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right?
No, they can't.
Well, I mean, I wonder.
True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai.
I know that. I wasn't born yesterday.
No one in this court is accusing you of that, witness. He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently. However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you?
Nosy old man. Of course I have proof.
What? Huh? Even Edgeworth is surprised. The prosecution would like to ask the witness, please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time.
How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look.
Wow, old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof, then.
Yeah, I was saying earlier that the old lady, she kind of looks like B. Arthur to me, but also she actually does look like my late aunt. She had kind of the same hairstyle and she wore a lot of makeup always, except she wore glasses and she's not wearing glasses there, but so it's just kind of funny to me. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his legs. See? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy?
So he had sprained his ankle. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. She's got to be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals.
Yeah, I was saying earlier when I started, I went to visit my step grandmother today because she told me that her daughter had a friend, I guess, that had given her a bunch of Beatles records, and she left them there for me. Her daughter did. So I went to go see her so that I could get the records, and she had a lot of records that she was just like, yeah, my friend said, you could have these. And a lot of Beatles records, and a lot of them are German pressings, so probably kind of rare, but I did a video on it, and I'm going to edit it later, and I'll probably have it up tomorrow. So, that was pretty cool. That was a high point of my day. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. You can see he's dragging his legs. See? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy? Well, Nick, find any glaring contradictions?
Well, she seems pretty sure it was Powers in that photo. I guess I'll just press her and see if I can shake her conviction.
I was also saying that I have trouble doing like an old woman voice. So that's why it sounds bad.
Whippersnapper. Hey, I haven't said anything yet.
I'll have you know I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Everything I've said is on the straight and narrow, the up and up. You've to... Oh, and then she goes off and you can't read the text because it's too fast. Yeah, that would be cool. I've actually never been on a cruise before, believe it or not. Please, for all our sakes, try not to upset the witness. I think Edgeworth has met his match. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene... Oh, wait, I didn't press on this one. Who was present at the run-through? Well, let's see. There was Powers. He's the Steel Samurai. Then poor old Hammer, the evil magistrate. And me.
And what exactly were you doing?
Observing. Just observing.
What about the assistant?
Oh, she was off moving backdrops around and such.
Oh, nice. So, she didn't see the run-through then?
I saw Powers trip and fall.
Trip and fall?
Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh. So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course.
You helped make it better?
I kissed it where it hurt.
Let's just skip over that part, shall we? Where was the assistant then?
Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle.
You may continue your testimony.
He broke one of the props. It was a big mess.
He broke a prop?
Sure did. It was his own samurai spear.
The samurai spear, the murder weapon?
Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it.
This strikes me as a significant detail. I'd better write this down in the court record. A break in the shaft has been mended with duct tape.
Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad.
Was Mr. Powers' ankle badly sprained?
Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch.
Thus the nap.
Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked.
Dragging his foot. Okay. I think we've heard enough, haven't we, Your Honor? Well, there is one thing that bothers me.
Which is?
Where is the Steel Samurai costume now?
Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes. And it is clear that the person in the Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers.
I suppose that's right. Are you sure you're sure, Your Honor? Hold it right there. We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the Steel Samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers. The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility also.
Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? No need to ask twice. The time of Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., true? The only person I saw go into the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them.
So, if no one else went into the studio, then it would have to be this Steel Samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
How do you know that? Didn't I just explain? I gave donuts to the young detective. And then after some rubbish about it being a secret, pal, he told me everything.
I see Detective Gumshoe shares his fellow officer's fondness for donuts.
The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers.
Are you absolutely sure?
Oh, quite, Sonny. Nobody suspicious looking passed by at all.
Nobody suspicious looking, right.
No one else went there.
What about before you got to the guard station?
You mean before 1? Why, everyone was in the employee area before then. And I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Not to mention, if they had, I would have seen them.
Are you sure?
The witnesses answered the question. Anyone going to the studio had to pass by the witness. That's right, Sonny. You let him have it, edgy boy.
Edgy boy?
Old Windbag sure has balls, or... well, you know what I mean. Old Windbags have a way of skipping over important details after all. Or for that matter, entirely forgetting them. How convenient.
Something for you to look forward to, perhaps.
Alright, so what do we have? Time of death was 2:30. Murder weapon, let's see. Only person I saw go in the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. Let's see. Okay, the time of death was 2:30 p.m., which they said it was. Only person I saw go in the studio before then was Will Powers. Is it something with the guide map, maybe? There's the gate. Or wait, well, the main gate. Okay. Well, there's that photo. That was at 2, and they said the time of death was at 2:30. Okay, no, that was wrong. No one else went there. Well, there's a card key, but that was Powers' card key that we got from his bag. Only person I saw go to the studio before them was Will Powers. I mean, we established that we can't be sure that guy was Will Powers because he was in the costume, so we couldn't tell if it was him or not. Yeah. Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct? Yes, sirree, Sonny. So whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture? And here, I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground. Right. Anyway, it's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data. Ooh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening. That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words, October 15th, 2 o'clock p.m., photo number 2. Even I know that that means it was taken at 2 p.m. on October the 15th. Really, Sonny? Actually, I knew that too. The issue is, photo number 2, which means that there had to be a photo number 1. Photo number 2, the computer only held the data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd?
Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo? Order, order. Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not 1 but 2 people went into the studio that day. Yet there is only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access. The security lady herself. Eh? Me? You watch your mouth, whippersnapper. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers. But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by. Well, yes, that's what it would seem to mean. Can the witness explain this to the court? I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Edgy boy, help. Believe me, I want you, but I don't know what this means either. Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper, too. Whippersnapper? Something the matter, Miss Oldbag? Ah, that's right. I just remembered something. Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai. Well, yes. I suppose you could put it that way. Sigh. I see. Your testimony, please. Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day. Miss Oldback, this is the first I've heard of this. Well, of course, Sonny, I've only just remembered it. Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination. Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this. Every day after I finish my guard duties... Okay, so this is reiterating. Another job? That's right, I check all the people that passed by the main gate that day. I look closely at every one of the photos that the security camera takes. Do you back up all the security camera data? Well, they keep telling me to, yes. But those computers are just so frustrating. How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking? Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces for the most part. For the most part? This is a murder trial, Miss Oldbag. Well, I didn't touch that suspicious-looking Will Powers photo, did I? I think she's missing the point. Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased? A fanboy. Fanboy? Steel Samurai fanboys, real freaks if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day. Wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words. Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area, which we saw. The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside, and well, that's where they come in. They come in through the drain. I told you they were freaks. Oh, and they're kids, children, whippersnappers. Kids? So on the photo that you erased, it was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade. What? Order, order. Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day. One was a Steel Samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about 2nd or 3rd grade. Oh, yes. Well, we see his type there every day. Can't stop him. Can't catch him. A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade. I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear. Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy.
Right, as I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data. Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there, that makes him a suspect.
Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him. This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time.
October 18th, 11:08 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3.
Mr. Powers? Yes.
Tell me straight, were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio?
I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest.
So who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo?
How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really.
What? You should take better care of that stuff.
I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume. So where does this leave me?
It doesn't look good.
You're the only likely suspect right now.
Nick, what are we going to do?
First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this.
Right. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day.
Right, but if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot. You don't sound very optimistic. I'm not optimistic at all, actually.
Hey, Nick, it's time.
Okay, let's go. What does that mean? Please don't sound like that. Bonnie! Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter?
The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studios was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there's still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts.
The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim.
There is another person who could have committed the crime. Order. Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Right. Great. As if the stakes weren't high enough. So who was this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed the murder?
The assistant girl, the grade school boy, the security lady. So I can't fuck this up. My guess would be to say the security lady. Let's see. Give me 1 second here. I'm looking at a walkthrough. Trial. Okay, wait a minute. I'm look at this walkthrough. I'm not sure what. I think I'm looking at the wrong part. Let's see. The trial. Okay, yeah, it is the security lady I'm supposed to accuse. That's what I thought. I wanted to be sure.
It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag.
Who?
The steel samurai's dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady, Oldbag.
What? Whippersnapper.
Order, order. Is this true, Oldbag?
Oldbag? That's Miss Oldbag to you.
Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the steel samurai costume. Then slipped in Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the steel samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, right here. Sherlock Holmes 2, baby. That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter?
The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time.
What? What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, so you all think I did it, is that it? Edgy boy, just don't sit there, do something.
What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way.
Give Granny a break.
I'm going to press further. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on that day.
But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer?
You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too. Indeed. That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope.
Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy, the one whose photo I erased.
He's only a grade schooler, though, as you said. Second or third grade, was it?
That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10-second stops.
Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy's not the killer.
What? How can you be so sure? Oh, or is it be nice to the kids and be mean to your elders day, whippersnapper?
I have proof. Proof? Indeed. Then let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed this murder?
Well, I have the murder weapon, and the break in the shaft was mended with duct tape. I believe she said she mended it with duct tape. Pierced through the chest by a spear. It's probably not the map. I'm pretty sure it's the spear.
The murder weapon was the samurai spear. That very spear is shown here in this photo. How could the boy have taken the spear? It's impossible. I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this? The Windbag, speechless. This has got to be a first. Very well. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Wendy. What was her name?
Something Oldbag, Your Honor.
Then the prosecution will look further into this old bag before we continue. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Wait a second. I'm not going to just sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Me. I'm talking. Oh, great. Stop the presses. The Windbag wants to talk.
Miss Oldbag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony?
Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about.
Not to talk about? By whom? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? Well, Justify. My lips were sealed.
Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people on the studios at the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day. But if you're going to go accusing me, then I'm not letting them get away scot-free.
Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now?
Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told.
No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. So you were told not to talk.
That's right, by the studio and the TV bigwigs, no less.
Why didn't I hear about this?
Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We were all in on it.
Other people at the studios on the day of the murder. Who were these people?
Well, the director and the producer, for starters.
The director? We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through with their action scene without a director?
Of course. Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it.
So where were these people?
The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime and they had a meeting after that.
Where?
Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer.
Studio 2? There was a Studio 2?
Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. You go through the gate and all the way to the left.
The path where the monkey's head was fallen over. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination? I think I've already asked all my questions, but... Your Honor, we have learned there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people we have just been told of. I understand, Your Honor. This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned. October 18th, 1:04 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me.
Oh, really, it's nothing. Oh, or should I?
We'll be going down to the studios to do no, that's Phoenix. We'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination.
So, Nick, have we figured out just yet who was in that Steel Samurai costume? Could it have really been old Windbag?
What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her, really.
Neither do I, Nick.
Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers.
Poor old Windbag. I feel kind of sorry for her.
Well, she wasn't winning any points in there with or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios.
Right. We'll be back to visit you soon.
Thanks. Thanks, guys. To be continued.
Now that I think about it, just finishing up this energy drink, I guess it does kind of taste like Fruit Loops. I wasn't sure if I could taste that at first, but I kinda can now. It's actually not bad. October 18th, Wright and Company Law Offices. Who? What a day. This is no time for relaxing, Nick. Say, you think WP's got a chance? I guess that really depends on the people we found out about in today's trial. The director and the producer. Yeah, them. Well, what are we doing here then? Let's get to the studios. October 18th, 2:16 p.m. Global Studios main gate. No one's here. Right. Now they have this old bag in custody. I guess they don't have anyone else to replace her. Hey, in the guard station, look. She left her donuts. What? I wasn't going to eat them. Looks like the camera's been turned off for the day. It's like a studio van. They probably carry around the film equipment. Okay. I think that's everything here. October 18th, Studio 1 entrance. Hey, Nick. It looks like Detective Gumshoe isn't here today. You're right. He's probably up to his neck in paperwork after commotion at today's trial. So, Nick, remember that Studio 2 we heard about at the trial today? It was down that path with the fallen tree, right? Yeah, I think that's what they said. Maybe the director and the rest of them are there today. Now's our chance, Nick. Let's check it out. Let's see. The security camera. It's not switched on. Let's see. Okay, there's the bench. In the trial, they said CO2 is down this path. The monkey head is in the way, but we should be able to get by it without a problem. This monkey head is real heavy. Well, it did knock that tree over when it fell. Both of these, the monkey head and the tree, fell the day of the murder, didn't they? Yeah, that's what Detective Gumshoe said. Okay. Outside Studio 2. October 18th, Studio 2 entrance. This is Studio 2? I thought so. It doesn't really look much like a studio, does it? No, that it does not. Hey, there's a trailer over there. It looks pretty sturdy for a movie set trailer. Are we sure this is a studio? Nick, let's go inside. You think it's okay? Oh, well, it's locked. Oh, shucks. On closer inspection, this trailer looks like it's been here for a while. I don't think it's part of some temporary film set. These look like materials for making a movie set. They've been sitting here for quite some time. This might as well be a junkyard. There's some flowers here. Wow, so pretty. They're taking good care of these. Don't get too close. That fence looks dangerous, and it looks like part of it's bent there. Looks like two people ate here. There's nothing left on the plates. Hey, so they ate T-bone steaks too. What is it with steaks around here? Hey, there's always room for steak. But something does seem out of place. What? I don't know, it just feels odd. An incinerator. Apparently they just put this one in. It's already covered in soot. They must not clean it very much. A light van for moving staff and equipment around. They've kept it in pretty good shape. Looks like it'd run fine. Well, let's go for a drive. Sure, if I had a license. Nick, you don't have a driver's license? But look, I have this. Why are you showing me your attorney's badge, Nick? Okay. There's a big tube pad here. Probably because it's a studio tube. Probably. Though it doesn't look anything like a studio. Okay. I think that's everything there. October 18th, Studio 1. I don't really want to be in here. Yeah, it is a murder scene. I want to go someplace else, Nick. Look, a ladder that's... Oh, yeah. Okay. We saw that. Most of this is probably going to be the same results. I think this is all the same things we saw already. But I'm just making sure that there's nothing I've missed. Okay, well, we don't see the assistant. October 18th, Global Studios employee area. Oh, there she is. Look, it's that assistant girl. Hey. Hi, WP's lawyers, right? I heard about the trial. Great job, guys. Oh, don't mention it. Is it true they caught the security lady? Oh, actually, she just called me. She told me to cover up that drain. You mean that one? Wow, what a mess. I know. I'm not so good with handiwork. Some assistant, right? Yeah, but you do work on the props and the backdrops, right? Right. Just lots of times they end up looking worse than they did before I fixed them. Oh, well, I'm sure these things happen. Nothing to worry yourself about. You're right. I won't. Personally, I think she should worry at least a little bit more. If you'll excuse me, I have to go to the guard station. I'm supposed to fill in for Miss Oldbag. Right, see you later then. Good luck with your investigation. So she covered it up, or tried to. So, the fanboy they were talking about in the trial today, he came in through that drain? So it seems. I guess they covered it up in a hurry. Hey, Nick. If that drain's covered, the boy won't be able to get in. Yeah, I think that was the idea. I feel kind of sorry for him, though, don't you? What? You want me to rip the grate off? Really, Nick? We can? Whoa, she's serious? Uh-oh. Well, I guess some things are just made to be broken. Yay, you know, Nick, you're pretty swell sometimes. Sometimes. Hi-ya, there, that should make the kids happy. The things we do. The drain grate is off, and I know who did it. Now the kids will be able to come in again. Does it make you great to do a good deed like that? Must be nice to live so free of guilt. It's like all the same stuff we've seen before. I'm not going to see anything different. Oh, it says we could go back in the dressing room, I guess. October 18th, Global Studios dressing room. This is where the Steel Samurai costume was on the day of the murder. That's what Mr. Powers says, at least. I guess they snuck in and took it while I was sleeping. But Nick, what if Mr. Powers hadn't been sleeping? I wonder what the killer was planning on doing then. Huh? She's got a point. There's some regular suits among the costumes. These must be Mr. Powers' personal clothes. Snacks are past the expiration date. Okay, we've seen all that. Guess we've seen everything in there. Go back to the main gates. Oh, hello. You look a little out of place. It's the clothes, isn't it? I thought my camo vest might do the trick. Kind of an alternative guard fashion thing.
So, how are the studios doing?
There's police wandering around everywhere. It's terrible. They won't even let me clean up. Don't want me disturbing evidence. I haven't cleaned up our lunch plates from the day of the murder.
You mean those plates with the steak bones left over on them in the employee area?
Yeah, can you believe it? Do kids sneak in here a lot? Well, I don't think there's that many of them, but I do see one in particular a bunch. He's always gawking at the sets or snapping pictures. You should see old Windbag's eyes flash when she sees him. She has a bit of trouble catching him, though.
I heard something at the trial today. They said the director and producer were here the day of the murder.
Oh, sorry. I was in the prop storage room, so I didn't see them. I guess they were here, though. The studio head seemed pretty eager to keep us quiet. So they were trying to protect the director. More the producer, really. The producer's our real star here. She saved the studios from the brink of disaster and kept them running. I don't think we'd still be in business if it weren't for that producer.
The producer, huh? I guess we haven't met the producer yet. Say, you work with the props, right? About that murder weapon.
You mean the samurai spear? Yeah, it's a prop, but it's still pretty heavy. I hate having to carry that thing around.
So you'd have to be pretty strong to use as a weapon, it sounds like. Why is Mr. Powers the only person I can think of? Could you take a look at this?
That's Mr. Powers. Why is he dragging his leg like that? What is this anyway?
Looks like she didn't know about this photo or the injury that morning. Never mind.
Wow, they gave a lawyer one of those card keys?
Well, I'm sort of borrowing it.
I see. You better be careful not to lose that. They're very strict about those card keys here.
I guess they're pretty good about keeping these out of outsiders' hands. Thanks, I'll be careful.
Okay, so we did all that, and let's see, it's 10:01 now. I feel like that's a pretty good place to stop for tonight. So we will pick this back up next Sunday. But before I finish, I will find somebody to raid. But I want to thank Duster, Danny, Coach, everybody for hanging out tonight. Appreciate y'all. So let's find somebody to raid here. Let's see. Who do we have that we could raid? Let's see. I guess. I guess let's just raid Necro VMX. He's doing some Deltarune. Let me get set up here to raid him. So we'll do that. Alrighty, let me get this raid set up here. All right, so we're going to raid Necro. I want to thank everybody for hanging out and watching. And yeah, take care. Have a good night, everybody.